Okay. Right, Daniele, just tell us about Bologna Football Club. What it means to the people of this city. The triumphs that they've enjoyed. Obviously, a pretty big one last year. What kind of club is it?
I mean, Bologna is not the biggest club in Italy, if you want, but it is a very traditional club. They won several leagues in the past, and it's a very historical club. And I think Bologna as a club and Bologna as a city are nice places to be. So you can be a footballer here and enjoy yourself. You don't get as much attention and as much pressure as you would if you were playing for AC Milan, Inter Milan, or one of the big clubs. But still, it's good. They have developed very well in recent years. They developed to a, let's say, stable force in Italian football, qualified for Champions League, qualified for Europa League last year. So they're doing very, very well, and it's a nice club to be, I'm sure.
How would you describe the city? Because Lewis himself thinks it's pretty laid back. That's how he views Bologna. How would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, the farther south you go in Italy, the more laid back, probably, lifestyle. But compared to, let's say, bigger cities in the north, it's definitely a laid back city, Bologna. Yeah.
So what about Lewis Ferguson? He's been here nearly 4 years now, which, as an Aberdonian, I can't believe it's been 4 years already, just about. Was the club in need of a central midfielder of his type at the time when they signed him?
Well, yeah, and he developed into what he is now. I mean, he was good at Aberdeen, but he did the next step, I'm sure, in Bologna. So he started off a bit more defensive, and then he went into a more attacking position in Bologna with Thiago Motta, and he was playing fantastic. Fantastic football with goals and like runs into the penalty area and moving along the pitch, starting as a central playmaker up front, but moving low on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So a very versatile, very dynamic player. He had this injury, anterior cruciate ligament injury in April 24, and he's still probably a bit suffering of it, in my opinion, so he didn't quite recover, let's put it at this, 100%. Then he moved a bit farther back into the pitch with the arrival of Vincenzo Italiano, but is a player that can do anything in midfield. He can call the pressing, he can finish, he can shoot from wide range, he can enter into the penalty area, he can assist, play the through ball, he can move a lot, he can run. Overall, it's a very good player who has developed into an even better player.
How well loved is he here? Because I've been in taxis in Bologna, and they're very passionate about the football club here. They've got the scarves and things up inside their taxis. When I mention Lewis Ferguson, they get very excited. How well loved is he in this city and with everyone at the club here?
Yeah, most definitely a lot. He's very much beloved here. I mean, we've heard him yesterday speaking during the press conference. He speaks very good Italian, so people obviously like that. I mean, in general, I would say Scottish players are beloved in Italy because they don't ever create troubles. They are very tenacious. They fight on every ball all the time, so they don't create any problem at all. They are good for the group also as team players, and Ferguson is one of those. I've never heard any wrong sentence coming out of his mouth or any aggressive or anything. He's just a proper player who never gives up, and people do like that. And if you remember, summer 24 did very well with Thiago Motta, the season before, the second season of Ferguson here in Bologna. And Arsenal came calling, Calafiori left immediately for London. Man United came calling, Xerxes moved to Manchester. Juventus came calling, Motta went to Juventus, and he stayed. And I think that played also a big role in the way people see him, because he decided to stay, although he had offers and he was close to moving to Juventus or Napoli. But he decided to stay, and this is something that really make a difference here in Italy and in Bologna.
We have a big interest in Italian football just now because there's a lot of Scotland players who are out here, whether they're in the national team or not. McTominay and Gilmour who are in Naples, Che Adams is with Torino, Liam Henderson, Josh Doig and Aaron Hickey have both been in Italy as well. Why do you think that the Scottish market has become important in many ways for some Italian clubs?
Just exactly for the reason that I just said. Players are tenacious. Players never give up. They are good players. Obviously, they're not expensive as English players, I would say. This is also a reason why. But they fit and gel in very well in the clubs. So there are only positives, so to say, for a Scottish player to play in Italy. That's why I think Italian clubs do like them so much.
How does Lewis fit in with his teammates here since he arrived, those who have gone as well as the ones who are still here? How does he get on with them?
Yeah, very well. I think very well. I mean, he's the captain of the team, so you need to have a certain status within the team if you want to be the captain, and that has to be accepted also by your teammates, not only by you or the manager. So if he's the captain, if he's still the captain since his second season here, obviously last season was a bit more difficult due to the injury, he missed most of the games and blah, 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 but he's still the captain, so that says a lot about him.
Why do you think they made him captain?
Because of what I said, yeah. He
It's
never gives up.
Yeah.
He never gives up, and he's very important for the team. And he shows a very clear personality on the pitch, if you ask me. So that's what a captain is meant to have.
The Coppa Italia victory, we were talking to Lewis about this yesterday. I think that is up there with Scotland qualifying for the World Cup for him personally. How important was he to that victory over Milan at the Olimpico?
Well, I was at the Olimpico, and I mean, you should have been there. Maybe you were, I'm not sure, but
Sadly not.
Yeah, sadly not, because the city was incredibly red and blue. The whole city of Roma was red and blue, and even the day after the game, it was fantastic to be there and to breathe the atmosphere and see the fans. They hadn't won for ages, for decades, a trophy, Bologna. So having won that after qualifying for the Champions League, it's been massive. I was in Bologna also the day they qualified for the Champions League with fireworks and everything. It's been fantastic. And Ferguson has been a key member of all of this. A key member, a massively important player.
What were the celebrations like? Was it down at the Piazza Maggiore? Did the team come down there? I remember seeing the pictures and the videos of the fireworks going off down there. Exactly,
and also at the stadium there was a celebration at the stadium when it was official that they qualified the first game that they played at home. It was a massive fireworks in red and blue behind the stadium, all the lights coming up behind the stadium. Fantastic to see, honestly, a big celebration, big deserved celebration, because I mean, Bologna are not, let me say that, used to win trophies, nowadays at least, you know, used to such important results. So having it and seeing it and doing it is obviously fantastic.
That's the thing about winning a cup, or any kind of silverware, and for Lewis in particular as captain, is the fact that the expectation level was up. Playing Champions League football, winning trophies, now to a generation of supporters, that's what Bologna should be doing. Does that put pressure on him as captain personally and the team collectively? And are they struggling with that expectation, do you think?
Possibly, but I think they have all it takes to cope with it. So, and he has all it takes to cope with it.
When you see him playing and scoring for Scotland, has he brought anything from Serie A and his experiences of playing football in Italy to the national team? If you've seen him playing for Scotland, do you see stuff that he's developed in his 3.5 years here and he's taking that into the Scotland side?
I mean, he's now a different player to what he was. So he's now a different person. He was 20-something in his early 20s.
He was 22 when he came here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he developed as a man, he developed as a player, and obviously it takes that into, I mean, a player is a result of different layers. It's not only the way he sees the games tactically or the way he plays the ball with his left or right foot. There's a whole lot of it, and I mean, he did get quite a lot of experience here in Italy. Yeah, so.
What do you think is next for him?
I mean, the next thing is a move to a bigger club than Bologna. It was very close already in the past to Juventus and Napoli. That didn't happen. That still might happen in the future. He needs to recover 100%, in my opinion, to the level of fitness and the level of confidence that he had before the anterior cruciate ligament injury that he suffered back in April 2024. When he gets there, all doors are open for a player like him because you can play him in every position on the pitch basically, and he can do anything on the pitch. So the next step is moving to a bigger club or become a legend in Bologna. That's also nice.
He's already that, I think. Just finally, the Italy team obviously are hoping to qualify for the World Cup in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And the people of Bologna will be right behind that. But will the people of Bologna be supporting Scotland at the World Cup in the summer?
Most definitely. The people from Bologna, for sure. The people from Bologna, for sure. I mean, obviously, if Italy qualify, they'll be for Italy, but the two things don't exclude each other in that sense. So hopefully Italy do qualify for the World Cup, so they have something to cheer about after like 12 years or something. And at the same time, I'm sure they will have a special eye on Scotland on that, yeah, for sure.
It's incredible how long it's been since Italy qualified. It's still not as long as 28 years though. So
yeah, okay.
Of that.
But we also have 4 World Cup in the trophy cabinet. So.
Just a wee introduction.
Eccolo qua, look at the man. This is the man who knows it all. The man who knows it all.
Sorry, it's okay. No. We're just finishing out anyway. Apart from what you want.
Just a quick, talking to Liam again, introduction, your name.
Yeah. Name and job title.
Yeah. Okay.
So, still going, so, okay, cool.
Hi, my name is Daniele Verri and I'm an Italian football journalist.
Happy with that?
Easy peasy, yeah.
Superb. Thank you.